Hi guys, I'm Anna with Equestrian, and today I'm going to teach you about hoof oil and conditioner and show you how to apply it. First off, what is hoof oil and conditioner? Well, okay, so our horses' hooves are like our hands. They get dry and cracked and they need moisturizer. But you can't just put lotion on your horse's hooves. That's where hoof oil and conditioner comes in. This is basically the horse's version of lotion for their feet. Now, some only moisturize and they don't seal the moisture into the hoof, but I use Rainmaker by Farnham because it not only moisturizes your horse's hooves, but it also seals the moisture in. I will put this on my horse's hooves if I'm noticing them getting dry and crack. I think a good rule of thumb is to do it once a day or before every time you ride your horse, unless if they are getting this black goop, bad smelling stuff called thrush, then they have too much moisture and you need to stop. But that's kind of rare here in Texas with how our weather is, unless if it's going on a rain cycle. We tend to have really dry weather that makes the horse's hooves dry out and crack. So about once a day is a good rule of thumb. Okay, so now that you know what hoof oil and conditioner is, I'm going to show you how to apply it. So you're going to stand facing the back of your horse, just like if you were picking their foot up, foot out, and you want to stand right up next to them so that they don't step on you or kick you, and if they do, you get the least amount of impact because they don't have enough room to get full force. So I'm going to stand right up next to my horse facing the back, and I'm going to ask him for his leg. If you don't know how to do that or how to pick their hoof out, I did a video on how to do this. So you can go watch that and then come back to this one. So now that I have my horse's hoof, I'm going to get my hoof oil and open it. Have a good amount on your brush. The first thing you're gonna paint is your heels of your horse. This is called the heel. I'm gonna paint the heel, and then I'm gonna do the frog next. And then I'm going to get the wall of my horse's hoof. You don't want to get the horseshoe because that will make your horse slide on the footing. You don't want to make this slippery and wet. Now, while I have his hoof, I'm going to do the inside of his hoof. That way, because I can see it and I don't have to crawl under or get in a dangerous position. So when you do that, you're going to start up here at the hairline and just do the hoof where you can see it. And then you'll go down the rest of his hoof. And then you'll let your horse set their foot down. And now, staying on the side of your horse and standing on your feet, so that way if your horse does do something spook, get excited, move, you can get away really easily. You never want to sit on the ground. I'm going to crouch down towards my horse's hoof. Again, I'm staying on my feet and get a little bit more oil on my brush. And then I'm going to paint the top of my hairline and then down. The reason that you do the top first and then go down is so that if you have a lot of excess oil on your brush, it'll just run down the horse's hoof instead of going onto the ground first. So basically you're just not wasting as much by starting at the top and then working your way down, which will save you money in the long run as well. Now that I've got that front foot done, I'm going to move to my back foot on the same side. So again, just ask your horse for their foot. Stay right up next to them, facing away from their head. Pick the hoof up, open your oil, have a good amount on your brush. And again, you're gonna start at the heel, then the frog, and then the sole. And then again, make sure you don't get it on your horseshoe because you don't want to make it all slippery for your horse. Now you're going to do the inside of the hoof. You start at the hairline and then work your way down their foot. Now, because he is resting his hoof on the ground, I'm going to have to pull his leg forward so that I can effectively get to the front of his hoof. So I'm just going to grab his leg and pull it forward. And then I'm going to stay standing on my feet just like I did on the front. I'm going to grab my brush and paint from the hair down. And make sure you get the entire hoof. Just like that. Then you're gonna put your brush back in and close it to carry it so that you don't drop your hoof oil and it won't spill everywhere. Walk around your horse, and then I'm going to start on the front hoof, because that way he knows I'm on this side and he'll know what I'm doing before I get to his hind leg. So ask him for his foot, pick it up, then reopen your brush. I'm right-handed, so that's why I switch hands. And then paint the heel first, and then the frog, and then the sole. Again, make sure you're getting in those grooves really well. Like I am, you can just dab your brush to get the hoof oil in all those little tiny grooves. Now I don't have a whole lot on my brush, as you can see, so I'm going to get a little bit more. And then I'm going to paint the inside of my horse's wall, starting at the hairline, and then work your way down. Let him set his hoof down. And then staying on my feet, I'm going to paint the hairline, or just below the hairline, and then work my way down. Just like that. And then put my brush back in, close it, pick it up. I've only got one more foot left. Ask him for his hoof, and then open my jar. Have a lot on your brush. Good boy. Start at your heel. And then the frog. Then the sole. Make sure you get in all those little tiny areas. And you can dab it to get it in there better. And then the inside of the wall. And then pull his leg forward. And then get the outside, starting at the hairline, and work my way down. Make sure his entire foot is coated. And I have completed all 4 feet. I'm gonna put my brush back in, and my horse's hooves are all painted. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you liked it, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button to see more informational videos like this one. And remember to always stay wonderful.